Make sure you tap that bell so you never miss a video. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Big Fry. Shout out to the subscribers. Guys, today I want to talk to you guys about Dead Matter. Now, we've covered this game in the past. There has been some questions about different delays. As you guys know, Dead Matter is a survival game. It was released on Kickstarter. They had an insanely successful crowdfunding campaign. The developers are based in Canada. The game is actually going to be based in Canada. Shortly after the Kickstarter, we had some news of delays in the alpha. We were supposed to get it in Q1 of this year. They delayed it until Q4 of this year. I'm guessing it's going to be sometime around November, but they just dropped a vlog today kind of showing off some of the stuff that they've been working on, and I gotta say, I'm actually really impressed with what we saw. We saw a gameplay trailer released a couple of weeks ago, and then they decided to give us some more information on what the different artists and what the different developers are working on in the game. So it starts off with the character kind of running around in an open kind of city environment on like this corner, and there's a whole bunch of zombies behind him. Now, they have gone on to explain that they fixed some of the animations with the zombies so that they're not like tracking kind of like through like very like generic ass indie developer tracking. They kind of got it so they're going to start to like attack you over rails and stuff like that. They also changed the flocking so it doesn't look like so much of a clusterfuck. They actually kind of move and follow the player naturally, a little bit more naturally, of course. The animation on the zombies is still a little cheese. They got the arms and it just, I don't know, it looks pretty basic. But what I will say is you can see from where they were before to where they are now in terms of those mechanics. You can tell that they're working on them, and I actually think that mechanic-wise, it looks a little better. Obviously, the zombies still look pretty robotic and pretty indie. I get they're an indie studio, but I think for those who are in the survival genre, the players, you guys know what I'm talking about. It's something that can be fixed over time, so I'm not really giving it too much weight at this point, but I do like the mechanics. They show off the new road system. It's a little bit more modular. It says that they can blend well into different terrains, and you can see it there with the grass on the sides. It looks good. I thought the old ones looked good, but obviously, you know, they are replacing assets, and that's kind of what the delay was for in the first place. They're replacing and creating assets just to make the game their own, which I respect. I can't say nothing bad about it. They show that they're replacing all of the trees in game. They kind of show a clip of the guy running through the forest, and yeah, they say they replaced all of the trees, and they're actually working on this type of foliage where, like, if you're running through a field, it'll like flatten the grass underneath you as a player. So if you're following or tracking somebody, you can kind of see where they're running. And they take this box and they kind of like throw it around to make the grass kind of move around. It's one of those things that people don't really think they need until it's in there, and then you see and you're like, wow, this thing actually moves. When you actually get into it, it's something that maybe not a lot of people notice, and that's why I want to highlight it here. It shows that at least they care about the immersion factor of the game. And one of the biggest things for me, because this game is set in Canada, I wanted to see how this was going to work. They show the season cycle. So they got this like image of this helicopter kind of burning in a field, and they kind of show the progression with the snow coming in. They say with snow and winter, your character is going to be cold, the food is going to be scarce, so you need to like stock up. And that kind of leads into their next point, where like they have these modular houses with basements where you can put shelves and store food and water and stuff like that. I think this game could be potentially one of the better survival games that we have out here. If we do have a proper season cycle like this that could affect gameplay to its core, that's exciting to me, especially because I live in these climates, so I know what it's like to be in the middle of winter. I hope that it actually interacts with the vehicles and shit, so if you're trying to start maybe a truck you got stored, if you ain't got that bitch plugged in or whatever, it might not start in -40 weather. I know the struggles, and I want to play a game that represents the struggles of being a Canadian citizen in this fucking Arctic wasteland. I'm excited. They show off some of the weapon mechanics that they're working on. They're kind of working on the shading and the polish of the weapons, and they also show driving around in this truck. What I will say, the thing that really is like pulling me in to the gameplay features of this is just how good the vehicles look and how good the weapon systems actually work. This isn't Escape from Tarkov. I don't expect that intricacy of detail with the weapons, but what I will say, the game just at its core looks awesome. When the character's running around in the environments, the lighting is a little bit bloomy, but at the same time, it just feels like almost like a polished alpha. Like, it's obviously alpha, there's no doubt about it, but this looks like a dope state of a game. Like, I see the shit all the time on early access, and this is something that I actually would put money down to play right now, as long as the systems that they've shown are actually in place. They go on to show the character models. They say the modeler is working on male and female characters. There's going to be a lot of customization, from hair color to eye color to facial features. You have like beard length and beard colors. They actually say, which is surprising, but I guess in a vlog format, I actually respect it. They say that he's actually been out of commission because he had a hardware failure. You don't hear that shit when you're promoting a game. These developers will do anything to like minimize that potential worrisome. But at least these guys are honest and saying like, look, here's what we have. He's been down. Let's give him some time. The character customization features are basic as fuck, but they're good enough. Like, I don't need, for me personally, I don't need over the top, like, changing of the bridge of the nose and all that shit. I don't need any of that. What I need is a solid game where I can go and steal people's shit, loot their house, and then just laugh about it with my group. That's what I want. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be the biggest asshole in this. We're going to be raiding. We're going to be like running over people. We see you guys out in the forest, you're dead. Just the scenarios that I can think of. We haven't had a good survival game since like the beginning of H1Z1, when it was like under Sony's branch. And let's be honest, that was pretty basic, but it was good enough. They had the voice over IP, so I could like talk to people, get into scenarios. The ability to create content on that level with my community. That's what I'm looking for with this game. I'm excited as hell just thinking about it. And that kind of leads to the last point of the video, where they say they're opening up their Quantum Cowboy partnership program. Basically, if you're a content creator, you can reach out. I don't know what all it entails. We all know the shit that I took with Bless Online. That game turned into a dumpster fire day one. I think we're going into this knowing that it's an alpha from a indie development team, so I feel like the expectation here might be a little bit lower and a little bit more grounded in reality, which is cool. But I applied. Here's how I'm doing this from now on. I learned from Bless Online. Okay, and I've been approached by developers doing partnership programs for games that are coming out later in the year as well. I will apply to this stuff. I'll talk to the developers. We'll get it going in a conversation. But until I can actually play, I don't want to commit to something, because I feel like now, because I do this kind of commentary where I basically tell you exactly how I feel and exactly what needs to be fixed, where the game is, what you fucked up on, that puts a little bit of a strain on like a type of partnership program, and I just don't want to waste anybody's time. Bless Online was a fucking waste of time, and I don't want to do that anymore. I will apply to this stuff if they get back to me and say, hey, this is A, B, C, and D, here's the rules, whatever the case is. I don't know how they're handling it, but okay, I applied, you accepted my application, let's talk. Because I don't want to sign anything, I don't want to do any of that until I can actually get my hands on it. And the developers, they're pretty open. They all follow me on Twitter. I think I follow most of them. They're pretty open, and I think they'd be pretty understanding to stuff like that. I don't know what their plans are for content creators moving forward, but just know that they do have that application open. So if you guys are YouTubers or Twitch streamers and you want to get involved, I'll put the link to that partner program, and I'll put the link to their Discord down below if you guys want to get involved there. And that way, I mean, there's a little bit of promotion for you guys. Let's build the community up. I just know, like, the people who follow me, if you guys are watching me on Twitch or whatever the case is, we're gonna fuck shit up. Like, it's as simple as that. If you guys are getting it and the game is actually good, we're gonna fuck shit up. Anyways, guys, my name is BigFry. Let me know what you guys think. You guys are seeing the gameplay. I don't want to go on for much more longer. Let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, are you guys fucking with it? Are you guys going to be playing it? Did you guys back it already? Let me know. I'm sure the developer is going to watch this. And if you guys have any questions, I'm sure they're going to see them down below. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so. We're shooting for 100,000 this year, and I think we're going to get it. All right, thank you guys. My name is BigFry, and I'll see you on the next one.